you guys, and welcome back to the channel. We are here doing our 1.5 year update move to Orlando, Florida from Dallas, Texas. And we have a special guest today. Welcoming my husband. Hey, Zai.
Hello.
So first we're going to get into why we moved.
Why I moved was to make her happy.
I'm sorry.
No, I was ready for a move, but as far as the location, she did pick the location, but I was just ready to leave Texas in a way. I ain't gonna say I didn't have no ties, no family there. I did. It's just I was still ready to find myself somewhere else.
I think for me, it definitely was hard to find my footing. I think the move to Florida was so much easier because we had moved from California to Dallas and we didn't consult God about that move. And so moving to Orlando, we had so many signs and confirmations from God about this move. We were visiting Dr. Tony Evans' church, and I'll link the videos down below because I go into the full testimony of how this move even transpired. It was miraculous, you guys. That was blowing both of our minds, I think, in that move. It was really a faith walk. Essentially, we had moved from California to Dallas for more work opportunity because COVID had shut California down. It was hard to find work. Once we got to Dallas, it was difficult. I went through like 12 jobs in 2 years, and I quickly found out when you do not consult God about a move, it's not going to be the right move, because we thought Texas was going to be so affordable. We were going to save all this money. We were losing money. It wasn't even that Texas was so expensive, because it really wasn't. It's just spiritually things kept happening to where we were losing so much money because financially it just was not working. Scams, burglary, theft, job loss. It was a lot. Repos, it was crazy. God completely turned our story around with this move to Florida. Everything came together in a way that it just hadn't come together when we moved to Dallas. And we actually moved to Florida to be honestly closer to the beach for more opportunity and to be near family. But my family ended up moving out of the country. But we still decided to move forward because, like I said, we had the confirmation that this move was for us. So second, we're gonna go ahead and address housing. And currently we pay around $1,200 for rent, and our electricity bill is about $120 a month. That's what it averages. In Texas, you were not working for the apartment, but we were paying $11.50 a month for rent, and they added a bunch of fees for random stuff. We have so many fees in Dallas, I couldn't even keep up. I never even heard of all them fees before.
I also wasn't making that much in Dallas either at Amazon. $16.
Dallas was a little rough kind of managing, especially with me in between jobs a lot. But here, I think everything just flows so easily. The rent is no problem. I love that. Even when we first moved here, we were considering, I was considering, I wanted that other apartment that you interviewed at, and they offered you the role. Oh, yeah. But
it was less money.
Yes, and I asked God, I was like, God, please, I love this apartment, so if this is for us, let them give him a raise. Pretty much we're like, no.
Yeah, they weren't gonna match what that was offered here. I think it's like a $2 difference. But
yeah.
They didn't
but because they didn't give that raise, it was God pretty much confirmed, we're supposed to be here, and I think this was definitely the best decision. This was the best decision for sure. Just to be modest and live below our means for sure. So we are about 15 minutes from downtown. We have all of our local shopping less than 5 minutes down the street. That's Target, Costco, BJ's, Marshalls, whatever you need shopping wise is super close, and we're near Millennium Mall, so everything is super convenient. This area is pretty trafficked, so that's the one thing.
It's high traffic just because of what's all in the area. The mall, the other shopping centers. It's some amusement parks pretty close by. It's a venture
and it just
park.
feel epic.
Yeah. It is high traffic, but it's just because there's a lot of.
It's events. Convenient, and it's a lot of events over here. But I think
it's always something for us to do if we want to.
Exactly.
It's nowhere near congested as Dallas was or LA, but you just know what times to be on the street and not the street, just because typical traffic hours.
Okay, so the next topic we were going to discuss is neighborhoods we considered, but honestly, God ordered our steps, so we didn't even really choose the neighborhood. The neighborhood kind of chose us. But like I said, you can watch that testimony video. I'll have it down in the description below. And then there are a couple of tips that I would recommend for people who are considering a move to Orlando. I watch a lot of news on like real estate and things like that, and the market is cooling off, especially if you're looking at housing or purchasing. If that's something you're considering, I think now would be a good time to start looking. A second tip I would recommend is looking for work at a temp agency. Jay and I actually secured work with a temp agency when we first moved here, and that just helped to kind of establish us. Like if you want to apply for an apartment, you totally can do that with a temp agency employment, and it just helps you transition a little bit more seamlessly.
They also have other temp agencies, not necessarily apartments, like could be warehousing. I've done that before, similar to that, where they outsource for just typical workers that they might need. So a temp agency will get you some quick employment.
And then last, I would say definitely visit. We made sure we visited first before moving out here, just to get a feel for the areas and things like that. I can't say that I remember any of it, but I know the vibe that I got when I visited Orlando. Even if I wasn't able to pinpoint neighborhoods, I knew that Florida was somewhere I could see us like potentially living. So next I wanted to discuss work and career shifts.
Once I first started here, it was the department was under a different company. So they ended up being bought out. Once they got bought out, I ended up getting a pay increase, a couple dollars. But I mean, it was significant. That helped out a lot as far as going towards the bills, and as far as, I think I did my discount increase as well.
Yeah, it did. I've never heard of that before.
I think it went from like
rent decrease. I said, baby, God is looking out.
Yeah, it was like 28 to 30, so it's, we get 30% off.
Yeah, that was amazing. For me, a work shift has been honestly finding work that has been so flexible and just allowed me more work-life balance. And so I accepted a role in February as a program coordinator for a nonprofit here in Florida that deals with food insecurity. So if you guys know anybody that is in need of food or produce, reach out to me personally and I will definitely connect you with that. The next thing I wanted to talk about was how our jobs have been affected, I guess, with the economy currently, and like seeing everybody get laid off and things like that. And my heart really goes out to the videos that I've been seeing on TikTok and stuff. I don't know if you're as familiar with the videos, but I feel eternally blessed to be doing the work that I'm doing. Obviously, nonprofit doesn't pay a huge amount of money, but it's been super fulfilling, and I definitely would say that I don't even think I would have come across this if we hadn't gone through everything that we went through in Texas to move out here and to experience it. So I'm just so grateful. But has your work been affected in any way, like by economic downturn?
Maybe probably as far as shipping. Like we deal with a lot of
longer wait times.
Yeah, longer. Excuse me. A lot of parts has to be ordered just based off the turnover rate for apartment living. You know, people break stuff breaks down over time. So that might be the only thing as far as like placing orders and stuff coming as far as, you know, wait time.
Well, the one thing I did want to mention though is when we first moved out here, the main work I was looking for was work as an esthetician, and I thought that would be a breeze to find work as an esthetician. It proves to be very hard here in Florida, so I don't know if it's just that the competition is super stiff, or it's that, like I said, the economy, like it could be oversaturated, or no, just the economy downturn. I don't know, but finding work as an esthetician was not as easy as I thought it would be. Okay, so number 4, we wanted to talk about lifestyle changes, and that includes just like our daily travel and day-to-day activities. I would say, I mean, it looks very different because our jobs are very different. Like, you work from home now, so you don't even have to like deal with traffic.
Yeah.
But traffic is horrible, you guys. Traffic is absolutely horrific. Dallas definitely has better infrastructure, but people also in Dallas drive like bats out of HEW. They drive crazy in Dallas. The cars are always on fire and stuff. Like, it was crazy. Like, they out here, what I've noticed, the main thing in Florida is people driving with their headlights off. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but like that is a major issue out here. Like when it gets dark, people are just driving with their headlights off, which that's a major safety concern, don't get me wrong. But people in Dallas,
I've been ran off the road like 3 times in Dallas.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like that's, I mean, you don't even drive slow, so that's why I feel like he literally drives so fast. So Dallas is crazy. Like, y'all got it. I-4 headed to Kissimmee, all that. Expect traffic.
I-4 in general.
Yeah, I-4 in general. Yeah, but as far as like daily life, it's pretty much the same. Humidity wise, what would you say? More humid here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously, yeah.
It's definitely more humidity here. But we have access to the beach now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not a part of our daily life necessarily, but our daily life is pretty routine, you guys. Like, we're pretty routine people.
I mean, routine is good. Switching up now as far as routine, as far as, you know, walking more. More out and active. I'm finna be back in the house this summer now, so yeah.
Yeah, that heat is no joke. Like, Florida heat is no joke. As far as public transit, we haven't really had to use public transit as much, but we did use the bus a couple times going to the airport. And every time we ride the bus is super late. So.
Well, yeah, typically, yeah.
Yeah, I can't really say much about the public transit other than the bus experiences we've had, which haven't been the best. But it's available, and you know, it's a resource if you don't have a vehicle. As for safety and cleanliness, I feel super safe here. I really don't have any concerns. People were so nice and welcoming when we first moved.
True, yeah, we had really great experiences. So far, we haven't experienced nothing as far as like theft related or anything like that.
No, not at all. Yeah, not like Dallas. We had 3 catalytic converters stolen in a matter of a year in Dallas.
The first week
crazy.
we had 2.
Yeah, the first week was 2. And
the first week was 2 of them.
Yeah, literally like 6 months later, it was the 3rd one. And I just, I couldn't figure out, I was like, do people just not like work in Dallas? I don't know, but people work in Florida, I guess, because they don't bother our
So far, at least the area we're at,
yeah.
So far we feel safe, we feel, you know, okay if you're just walking up the street or something. I walk with dogs pretty often up the road. I feel relatively safe.
Yeah.
But I'm a male. I'm more concerned how she feels when she walks at night and stuff, and I'm not here or something.
Yeah. But what's crazy is we don't even live far from Pine Hills, and Pine Hills is supposed to be like crime hills, so that's like where a lot of people say bad things happen. And granted, I probably wouldn't be walking over there at night by myself or anything like that. I don't feel that safe, but generally speaking, like, we feel pretty safe in our area, and we're probably only like 2 miles away from there, 3 miles.
No. You're confusing Oak Ridge with.
Oh, Oak Ridge. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're close to Oak Ridge, not Pine Hills. Pine Hills is like
20 minutes probably. Okay.
20, 30.
Well, Oak Ridge is still kind
of. I'm not even gonna say it's kind of the hood. It's just it's older, so it looks more worn down. So people associate with like crime and poverty. But I mean, I haven't been over there, but typically I don't think it's that bad. It's just it's older, so it looks older. But we're just in a more newer area, so it feels more safer than you would go into a older
established neighborhood.
And it's mostly older apartments down there, older houses. On this side where we live at, it's literally newer built, like last 10 years or
for
so.
Sure, yeah, 5 or 10 years. Yeah.
Whereas Oak Ridge is probably like 20, maybe 30. Some of the apartment complexes is like 30 years old. So.
True. Number 5, we were talking about the weather, and this weather is super duper humid. It's absolutely too hot to be outside in the summertime, at least while it's daytime. I would say in the evening it cools down and you can kind of do some things, but it's very hot.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Texas, it was still, if it's 99 degrees during the day, it's going to be 99 degrees at night. Here it does get a little cooler.
Yeah.
And you always have a breeze just because we're closer to the ocean, I feel like it. At least I feel like it's always a breeze.
Yeah.
Texas, it used to be just hot and no wind.
Oh my gosh. In Texas, like, there's so much new development and stuff, which is beautiful,
no shade.
But they knock down every single tree. And so any chance of shade or lush greenery.
I work at a new apartment complex. It was no shade until you got to wait for the sun to get adjacent to a building. That's your shade. All the trees are like.
Not a shade from the building.
The trees are like 6 feet tall. There's no shade.
Yeah. And so that was one thing about Texas, because you're literally cooking because everything is concrete. It looks nice, but in the summertime, baby,
no clouds,
none,
sun,
just
dry,
hot, just cooking. Dry, just cooking. Anyway, Florida, you're still very hot and humid, but
it's just moisture in the air, so it's like a sauna instead of
feels sticky.
Oven.
Yeah. Now, as for hurricane season, our hurricane season isn't that bad because we are in Central Florida, so we have a lot of insulation from the outer, like, border parts of Florida. And I'm actually happy we decided to move to Central Florida because we were considering Tampa, and I think that would have been a whole different ballgame.
It would have been. Overall, from what I've heard from living here, Central Florida doesn't get too bad.
Yeah.
You have certain areas that do flood, just depending. Where we're at is a pretty good area. Over the years, they haven't had too much flooding or anything like that. Power outage. Their power lines are actually underground, so we don't have to deal with like. Yeah, that's why we didn't have to deal with with folks. The last hurricane, folks telling us,
Your power was out for days.
Well, no, you remember the news? Folks was texting us during the last hurricane because they were talking about Florida's going to get hard. I forgot the name of the hurricane, but
Milton and Helen. Yeah.
Was it them? I feel like
Helen and Milton.
Folks was telling us if you ain't left, you need to leave. And
they were saying we were gonna die. We were going to die, y'all. Like they were like, everybody in this hurricane's path is gone. It's like, well, at this point we're too late because even if we wanted to hop on the road, the roads are congested. We're gonna be in the car. We better off just being in the house.
And honestly, I mean, we stay on the third floor, so my mind's like, if it reaches the third floor, I mean, Lord, I'm gonna see you.
He calling me home.
If it reaches the third floor, ain't nothing I can do.
As far as like access to beaches and nature and parks and stuff like that, we honestly haven't explored as much as we probably could. Just being honest, but we've been to the beach a couple times. I've been to Longboat Key with a coworker. It was absolutely stunning. Mm-hmm. But together, we've been to the East Coast beaches. We went to Clearwater once. But yeah, Vero Beach. All the beaches are gorgeous, you guys. Like you can't go wrong with a beach in Florida.
It was nature stuff out in Texas as well, but I think the environment is different here just because it's more water.
Right, and more nature. Period.
It's more greenery.
Yeah.
Texas is a little more deserty, so I think that was also the aesthetic of Texas too, just being a desert as well. For us here, it's more vegetation and greenery, which we both like anyway.
Yeah. 6, we're going to talk about community and friendships. It definitely takes effort. I think because we're in such a routine, we have to make that effort to hang out with people and to socialize. Whereas in Texas, we kind of had a built-in community, and so we didn't have to try that hard. They would just hit us up like, what y'all doing? Through church, even through YouTube, we've had people reach out and hang out with us. Shout out to Angel and Emmanuel. Yeah. They are super amazing. Moved from Detroit. And Angel is originally from Georgia, so they've been an amazing couple to connect with. Like some of our church people.
Yeah, that was part of one of my goals, just to get a church community, which I've developed as far as being a part of the parking team. So I do feel I have a church community within that. Building slowly friendships. Haven't got to not too many close friendships. I'm cool with some of my coworkers. Other than that, it's mostly just church and friends. Church and co-workers.
7, we're going to talk about the cost of living. So gas, groceries, entertainment, all that good stuff. And why ain't nobody told me about Costco? Y'all, Costco is the truth. Like, there's so much organic stuff, and we meal plan, so we're able to save so much more money shopping in bulk versus buying everything individually from whole paycheck foods or Trader Joe's and even Walmart, because I swore by Walmart. I was like, oh, Walmart got the cheapest prices, but how do you know? As far as gas, what is gas right now? Like $3.20?
Roughly like $3.10. If you get lucky, maybe like a $3.05. It'll kind of run down, but it's roughly $3.10, $3.19.
Yeah, but I think Costco has gas for probably around $2.70. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Around. As far as entertainment, we do a lot of free stuff. We love to eat, so we do spend money on food, like as far as like going out to eat. But we do a lot of walking.
They have a lot of free walkable things where you can just sightsee.
Disney Springs,
City Walk,
Icon Park.
Yeah.
Even like going to different cities, like we've been to Winter Garden, walked around there, Winter Park, like we just
Lake Eola.
Yeah, oh my gosh, Lake Eola is so beautiful. So there's so many things you can do and not really spend money. And I think California got us used to doing that. Like we were hiking a lot and just spending a lot of time in nature because that's really what we like to do anyway. But we definitely are going to start exploring more activities that are paid, but it will be on a budget, baby. Miraculously, we have had major hidden savings, you guys. The only thing that we really purchased in this house, drum roll,
the couch.
Baby, we only purchased a couch. When I say God was looking out, God was looking out. Yeah, like everything, literally the chairs we are sitting on right now. Yeah. Everything in this house.
TV on the wall.
And it's furnished, you guys. We have a lot more stuff than what we had when we moved here. Everything in here was like donated or people left behind when they moved out.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That's such a blessing. That is a major blessing. You know, and I'm not even like super materialistic and stuff like that, because prior to moving here in Dallas and even in Cali, we would purchase a lot of our stuff through Facebook Marketplace, and like Let Go or Offer Up when that was an app. But now, everything being free, I just feel so blessed. It's really a blessing. Okay, so we kind of touched on this already, but fun and culture is going to be the next thing we talk about. Like I said, a lot of it has to do with like us walking or eating. But I will say I've fallen in love with the Goodwill. That one's in Winter Garden. Also, I love the downtown library. Have you been to the library?
Yes.
The downtown library?
Yeah.
They have so many cool things, you guys. Like free sewing classes, free like gaming classes. I've even made like printed 3D projects that you could do at the library. I know this sounds so nerdy right now. Like people are probably judging, but the library is so lit. They have we gotta do the
simulator.
Yes, we gotta do the simulator.
I think they have like a gaming simulator.
Yes, they literally have a game. I don't know if it's flight or it's gotta be a plane, right?
They have several type of simulators. Could be flight, could be driving, could be.
Okay, true. But yeah, we gotta try the simulator at the library. $3.99 if you live in Orange County. So definitely get your library card today. As far as the food scene in Florida, I've noticed there are a lot more Latin-based cuisines. There's a lot more Spanish foods and even just like the islands, like even like culturally, I see a lot more Black people that are not American Black, but they're from, you know, when they open their mouth, they're from all over, and it's just so amazing. I remember that being such a thing when we first moved here. I thought that was so cool because, you know, like being from Chicago, I didn't see that a lot. So yeah, that's been a really cool transition.
Yeah, the melting pot of different people, the islands, Dominicans, you know, Puerto
Ricans. Just the like diaspora in general. 9 is going to be emotional and spiritual growth, and I think this move just really pushed us to have more faith when it comes to just everything. God is a provider, so this move,
put more faith in them, letting go control.
Exactly.
Not trying to control everything. We try to plan the other trips, you know, to a T.
Literally.
And you know, it kind of
didn't pan out that way. Yeah.
This was more so
we faith in God,
and
it just felt everything come together. That is so. It still blows my mind even a year and a half later. The last thing I wanted to add to that was the story about Abraham about to sacrifice his son on the mountain, and God pretty much stepped in and provided the ram as for sacrifice. And I think God does that when we act on faith. He provides exactly what it is that we need to be able to fulfill the purpose that he has us to fulfill. Would we still do it knowing what we know now?
I would, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like hands down, I think this move just proved it just has grown us in so many different ways that I couldn't even imagine, and I think it's been a really positive move.
It's been the best move we've made so far.
Yeah. And then advice for anyone who is thinking about the move, I would say definitely live below your means. Don't come out here and just try to like ball out.
Yeah, we've cut a lot of subscriptions. You can do what I try to do. I share subscriptions with people. I pay for one with my brother, share with
I know that's right.
You know, go that way. She actually has a great subscription through her cell phone company that she didn't know about till this year.
I knew about it. It's just I was being lazy. HBO Max come with Cricket, so y'all, I pay $45 a month for my phone. Pay for my phone in cash. I recommend y'all do the same because there's people out here paying $500 a month for a phone bill, and that's
and you get HBO Max for free.
You get HBO Max for free. Look at that. This is not a sponsor ever. I'm like, Cricket, write us a check. Thank you. Last, what would we do differently, babe?
I don't know if I would do anything different.
No, I wouldn't do anything differently at all. I say if you are thinking about this move, pray about it. Mm-hmm. Write down exactly what you are asking of God and do it. Yeah. That's it.
Understand.
Well, thank you guys for joining. Thank y'all for staying to the end. Love you guys. I really appreciate you guys. Subscribe, share this video, like or comment. Any questions that you have, we would love to do a follow-up video to this if you have any questions for us. And we'll catch you on the next one.
See you in a year.
Peace. Not a year.
I will.
Bye. BTS. What you want to say to bloopers back? Ooh, looking fine. Bro, come on now.
You said the bloopers.
It's the bloopers for the kids. Yeah, you got the kids watching.
Your audience is not targeted towards kids.
Okay. Did I even press record? I think Coco want to be in the video. Come on, baby. Let me turn you around.
I'm not picking her up.
Hey, Coco.
Don't look at me. I don't want you right now. Don't look at me.
We're trying to record, Mom.
Daisy in the corner like a good girl.
Right, Daisy. Why can't you be more like Daisy? I think I'm gonna have to put her up because she makes too much noise.